EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Wilson's Seahawks going up against Roethlisberger's Steelers. So with that, let's get up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. On the call, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. A screen to Bell. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. Time for the offensive starters now for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and a guy to watch out wide, Sammy Coates.
A slow start in his rookie season, only caught one pass in 2015. They're expecting much bigger things from him, trying to help out that offense.
Now he'll be hit from behind, and he has landed on hard. Cliff Averill coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. Returnable for Lockett. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target, and it's third down. The starters for the Seahawks of Seattle on the offensive side. Charles, they could use a big game from Thomas Rawls.
And they really loved what they got out of him last year, because an undrafted player is not supposed to give you nearly 6 yards a carry in production. And that's exactly what he did. They need a big game out of him, and they expect it.
Here's Wilson to throw. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. First down, this is Rawls. And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
They set up the screen to Rawls. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Play action. It's Wilson. He's got time. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 28 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today. On second down, it's Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
On third down, Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target. I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They come up in an offset eye. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They go play action here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Earlier, partner, when discussing Russell Wilson, you said you think he's best when Seattle is running back centric. Is Thomas Rawls the centerpiece going forward there?
I think so because of what he did 2 seasons ago before he got hurt. Because he runs that offense the way they want it run. One cut, downhill, get upfield. and Thomas Rawls is perfect for that. If he stays healthy, that allows Russell Wilson now to throw the play action, the bootleg passes that really hurt other teams defensively.
And Rawls has youth on his side, just 23. 7 yards remain now on third down. The play clock's running down. Now Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that brings up fourth down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect. But as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a first down carry by Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator is relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. We've got a 3rd and 11. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. That is caught inside the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup. Rush coming, and he's taken down. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action.
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 78 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point now by Boswell. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see this.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And they're going to speed things up here.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Hauschka now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, good hurdle. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
Pitch goes to Rawls. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Five yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd and 5.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And got his man complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Wilson going to give to Rawls. yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball. It doesn't work running the ball. And then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
On second down, Wilson. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Thomas Rawls there. And that'll make it third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out. Third and long. It's Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
When you hear screen, screen, screen on defense, that's a little bit scary because you know a big play might result.
He was so ready to get to part 2 of the screen, he forgot part 1. Couldn't get the ball. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll need to get the play off quickly. 4th down. Here's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. Give him 28 yards on that one. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This will be caught at the 2. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jermaine Kearse from 17 yards out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth down with Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
And they pick up the first down on a fourth down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped him on third down, or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
A screen to Bell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards there on the pickup. And it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eli Rogers, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They come out here in the I. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Seattle now ready to...
The light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in